My name is North Dakota. I'm a musician, an artist, if you will, a creative, whatever you want to call it. And I have spent 204 days recording a video every day. Why, you might ask? What is this? And don't mind my watch tan, it's not great. The reason why is many things I talk about on this channel all the time. I talk about creativity, trying to be consistent, motivation, all that stuff. But what do I gain? That's a complicated answer. I find that the motivation of keeping up with the videos every day has been probably the most rewarding part. It's more of a goal for myself than anything else. But I've learned a few things kind of going into this about myself, about my creativity, about my motivation, about my consistency. And number one is that I have more ideas than I think I do. I started out doing this project with a one video every day idea with a idea book. And I've talked about it before, but I'll show you again. So this is my one idea a day book. I have a 365-day notebook that I wrote an idea every day in. And I thought it would be cool to have all those videos and ideas come to fruition. And so that was a part of it, seeing how many ideas I could have, how many ideas I could execute, how many ideas I could implement, how many things could resonate with other people. And that was the main reason. But another reason was mainly just to test myself, to see what I could do and see if I could hit the 365 days of video every day for an entire year. And then by the end, I'll probably be burnt out and tore up. So I'll probably end up just doing like a video a week or something. But I've learned how to do a lot. I've learned how to maximize my editing, which I haven't edited too much in the last few, but y'all can't be too hard on me. I have a lot going on. I'm like renovating, updating the house I got, like work, things like that. I actually travel tomorrow, but regardless, I learned how to edit. I've learned how to do all these things that I've never done before, dude. And that's the thing. Like, sometimes I'm like, dang, like I really made videos and have people who watch these videos and like build an audience and learn how to be creative outside of music, because I've always been a musician my entire life. From cello to bass clarinet to trumpet to guitar to drums. I played it all. But I learned how to become an electronic music producer by just being consistent, being motivated. And I was always finding that making YouTube videos or like recording and stuff would be really daunting. And I talked myself down from it a lot. And so what I've learned is that if I'm motivated, I'm consistent, and I hyper focus on things, because that's how I tend to be, I tend to get things done. I had a little bit of a brain blast there, but I tend to get things done. And so I figured if I made this challenge, I put this arbitrary number on myself, and I've actually stuck to it by writing my ideas in this book, I would get to 365 days. And so far, so good, because it's 11 o'clock on day 204 right now. And I'm making this video as we speak, and I'm tired, and I have to get up early in the morning to be able to drive 5 hours for my work trip. But that's okay, because that's what consistency motivation is for. The reason why is because no matter what I have going on, whether it's a 30-second video or an hour video, I'm going to make one, and I'm going to implement the ideas that I've thought of. I'm going to be motivated. I'm going to try. And even on the days that I'm really tired, I still try to put something out to keep my streak going, but also to learn what works for me and what you all want to hear, and how to engage with the audience that I'm trying to build as I try to hit 10 million streams on Spotify, as I try to become a musician, as I try to learn how to do YouTube, and just jumping in and going all in on something that I've wanted to do since I was like 17, and I'm 27 now. So it took me 10 years to want to do something like this. And I think at that time I would have had an easier time doing it. But ironically, I think I'm better at time management now and can actually do it even with a full-time job and doing other things, my part-time and all that stuff. So that's the whole reason, and that's what I've learned. And I've also learned that editing is not as important as people think it is. I think the old school YouTube style is kind of coming back, and that's the kind of way I want to present these videos. I don't want to kind of feed into the attention span kind of ideas that we have about, you know, making cuts every 2 seconds, feeding that algorithm, feeding that problem that a lot of us have with social media addiction and YouTube and things like that. Like, I want to be able to talk to you. I want to be able to have you follow along. I want to be able to have you engaged, but I also don't want to insult through the attention span and having to cut all the time to try and keep your attention. I want to be able to prove that you can have a channel like this where sometimes it's a little more edited, sometimes it's a little more laid back, sometimes it's more, you know, sharing personal daily vlog type thing, sometimes it's more about music, sometimes it's more about, you know, getting better, personal growth and all of that stuff. I want it to be a variety type of deal, and so I wanted to test how a variety channel would work in a world of niches, and I wanted to test how having an old school YouTube style in a world of the new school YouTube of cuts and things like that. And so I think it's been okay so far, and it's kind of like a social experiment, if you will. But I think that doing it this way helps me find an audience that would connect with my music as well, because the people who would tend to watch something like this would probably also listen to what I like to make and the kind of genre that I sit in as I try and build my own genre, really, because I know that I don't fit in many ways, and I'm trying to embrace that as time goes on and be more okay with being unique and feeding into that and seeing what sticks, right? So that's the whole point of these videos. I thought it would just start out doing videos, but it is permeated through everything that I've been doing, whether that's work and just being motivated and consistent, whether that's music and wanting to try new things, try and make more music every day instead of the sporadic music that I've been kind of making. I tend to be more of a sporadic creative in terms of making a song here, making a song there, going on short bursts of making a bunch of songs and stopping. I want to be more consistent overall so that I can produce quality music and also just want to do that more because I find it fun. And so trying to do the things that I find fun is also a big part of it and something that I've learned. And I've kind of been testing it all as a social experiment, as a personal growth experiment, as a way to stay motivated, and it has been awesome. So you've reached day 204, and if you're still here, thanks for hanging out with me. I hope you subscribe and watch the rest of our 161 days that we have, but we are over the halfway mark by a good bit, and I'm so excited to move on to the other ideas that I have. And if you want to see me do something, let me know in the comments. But until then, I'll see you tomorrow.